exact local government area of Enugu State. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please say welcome with a rousing applause to His Royal Majesty Igwe Ambassador Dr. Lawrence Agbosu. Welcome, sir. Igwe is one of our foremost traditional rulers that represent the interests of the people. And we are very proud to be associated with him. I'd also like to welcome to this occasion, even though we just arrived, the royal father of today's occasion, the chairman of Enugu State Council of Traditional Rulers, Ogada Gidiwan of Edemane Ancient Kingdom, His Royal Majesty Igwe Samuel Asad Bikokai Tonya Igwe. Let me welcome our special guests of honor. We have 4 special guests of honor. I'm doing this recognition in no particular order. I'd like to recognize the presence of the former governor of Enugu State, His Excellency Barrister Solomon Ehan Chokchi. He's here ably represented by former chief of staff to the government of Enugu State, Sir Victor. So we put our hands together for him and make him welcome. I'd also like to say special welcome to one of our special guests of honor, His Excellency Right Honorable Ambassador Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi Gburugburu, Nigerian Ambassador to Greece, and of course, the immediate past governor of Enugu State is here represented by Professor Douglas Nwagwu. Can we put our hands together for him and bring him welcome? Prof. welcome, sir. He's making his way to where he should be seated. I'd like to say special welcome to the chief presenter for today's, co-presenter of today's book launch, talking about Chief Everest Nnaji, the chairman of Odegene Air Shuttle Services Limited, and he is here also ably represented. He is here represented by the CEO of First Rank City Limited, Honorable Chinagoro F. Ebu. And people that ask together for you as well. Thank you very much for joining us. We have other distinguished guests, traditional leaders and guests. And they serve as royal fathers of today. We have reached the second deputy chairman, Enugu State Council of Traditional Rulers, Enugu West Traditional Rulers Council chairman. Please make welcome His Royal Majesty Igwe Godwin Madu. Can we put our hands together for Igwe Godwin Madu? Thank you. We also have some royal fathers of the day, the chairman, Traditional Rulers Council of the Great Eastern Government area, His Royal Majesty Igwe Charles Uchi, and we put our hands together for him as well. You're welcome. special guests of honor, those who arrived, talking about the distinguished senator representing Enugu West, Senator Yasu, distinguished Senator Osita, and he's here every represented by my friend and senior brother, SPA Media, to distinguished Senator Dr. Luke. Can we put our hands together for Dr. Luke? You're welcome. Those who hear his one of his colleagues who will recognize due vote. In our midst as well, this morning, is the Honorable Commissioner for Information in Enugu State. Please put your hands together for Dr. Malaki. Can we put our hands together for the Commissioner for Information, Dr. Malaki? You're welcome. We also have in our midst this morning the Commissioner of Police in the state, here being represented by DSP Patrick Namchi. Can we put our hands together for DSP Patrick Namchi? Could you wave? Let's know where you are. I call on you. Can we put your hands together for DSP Patrick Namchi, representing the Honorable Commissioner of Police? Thank you very much for coming. DSP Patrick Namchi is joined by Inspector Ruth Chiges. We have in our midst as well the Commandant of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, Elijah Willie, PhD, here represented by Chukuma Onaga. Can we put our hands together for him? And thank you, welcome. You are very much welcome. We also have the Sector Commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Enugu State Sector Command, Franklin Amokoman, here heavily represented by Ebuchi Woodski. I'm very much welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, the Chief Presenter of today's occasion has just been informed, has arrived this occasion, and of course we must recognize his presence. Please make welcome the Chief Presenter, MD Kumax Steel and Construction Limited, Dr. Cosmas Agbo. Can we put our hands together for Dr. Cosmas Agbo? He is here represented by Chief Emeka Uguaba. Let's put our hands together for him as we make him welcome to take his rightful position. Thank you very much for coming. In our midst this morning as well is the MD CEO of the Afia Media Group, owners of Afia TV and Afia Radio, Dr. Emeka Mbaka. Can we put our hands together for him and make him welcome? Dr. Emeka, you're welcome. Thank you very much for joining us. We also have in our midst Deputy Vice Chancellor of the Caritas University, Professor Clifford Wonu is among us. Can we put our hands together for Professor Wonu? Thank you very much for joining us. I must say that I'm doing these recognitions in no particular order. We have a special guest of honor among us as well, talking about the former Minister of Science and Technology, Federal Republic of Nigeria, who also was the governorship candidate of the All Progressives Congress APC in the last election. Honorable Uche Nachi is here represented by Honorable Chukwuemeka Okereke. Can we put our hands together for him? You are welcome. Thank you very much for joining us. The head of the Department of Mass Communication of Coast City University, Enugu, is among us this morning. Professor Nnamdi Okenwa. Can we recognize him with a round of applause? You're welcome. Thank you for joining us. We also have among us the chairman of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, Enugu State Chapter, the acting chairman, Dr. Onyedikachi Onovo. Please let's put our hands together for Dr. Onyedikachi Onovo, who is also the zonal PRO of the Nigerian Railway Corporation. Thank you very much for joining us here this morning. The former chairman of the Labour Party in Enugu State is also here, Barrister Kasimia Uchenna Abo. You are welcome. Can we appreciate him with a round of applause? Thank you for joining us today. We have quite a very long list of dignitaries to recognize, but I guess we will pause at this time so that we can do a few of the formalities we need to do, then we'll come back to the recognitions as we proceed. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to give you an audience. Please stand as we take a salute to the nation with the national anthem of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. May we all please stand. Let's take the national anthem of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. If you don't mind, you'll take down the sound and we can sing our songs. Thank you. Take down the music so that we can play our songs. Thank you very much. This is why we are standing. I would like to invite Dr. Onyedikachi Onovo. Prayer. Thank you.
Father, we thank you this morning for your love, for your care, for your grace that is very sufficient unto us. Thank you for the opportunity to gather this morning for this great occasion. We invite you to presence here. May this program be very successful to the glory of your name. In the mighty name of Jesus, we pray.
Amen.
Thank you very much. General Congregation, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome finally again to the official position of the group title Zoning of Governorship Position in Enugu State, Evolution, Practice, and Convention. This book is a book that, of course, we will not underestimate its relevance politics and government in Enugu State. But it is not my place to say much about it. We will first of all, according to what the program says, do honors, the traditional honors of reading of notes. And I'd like to hand over to the chairman of education, who himself is also a traditional ruler, Igwe Ambassador Lawrence Agoboson, to guide our process. Igwe.
Thank you very much. Lord, Program Chairman, Enugu State Council of Traditional Class, His Majesty Igwe Samuel Nasa. Lord, Wegalo, Igwe Mbo, Igwe Inokwe, Lord, Wegalo, Igwe Mbo. They were gathered the representative of the government, former government. Representative of distinguished senators, Chief Lunch on Eba, okay, presenters. Former minister, Honorable Chairman, yes, Dr. Abo, Commissioner for Information, and Malaki Abo, Commissioner for Information in Enugu State. Or any other commissioner? Police. Commissioner for Police. Commissioner in DTF. And other security agents. Because our lawyer, it is never. Okay.
I said it's not live. It's covering
Igwe download. That's it. It was good.
I don't know what ọjà ga-egbu ihe na n'obi ọjọọ echela ihe bụ maka ọdụmma nke ndị na-aba anyị na-agụ ọjọọ maka nwanne anyị nwoke n'akwụkwọ nke ọ na-egosi anyị gbasara mgbe Enugu steeti anyị na-arịọ otu steeti abịa kiri ndị bekee ahụ anyị na-arịọ ọjọọ nwanyị dị n'aka bụ ọjọọ udo ọjọọ ọganihu Enugu steeti anyị na-ekelekwe na-achịkọbere gọvanọ anyị tebekwe ndị anyị na-arụ ọrụ tebekwe ndị igwe niile nọ n'Enugu steeti ha na-arụ ọrụ ọfụma n'obodo niile dị iche iche anyị na-achị na ndị ndị ahụ ekele mgbe anyị ka na anyị niile n'ebe anyị n'udo n'ọrụ udo ịhụnanya ka na-adị n'Enugu steeti ọgbaghara aga akpa nke ya ya dị akpa n'Enugu steeti bụ otu n'ọrụ Eastern steeti ihe ndị mba anyị na-arụ nso n'abalị isoro nwa
Thank you very much. You are passing the Enugu State Amazon Zoo. Onye ọbụla njem si na ọjị, ọ bụrụ ndị ga-ekele ọzọ ọjị, biko si kee for ọjị. I'd like to formally announce the presence of the book reviewer. He is the founder and president of High Global Leadership and Entrepreneurial Center at the University of Nigeria in Nsukka, Honorable Chinedu Olu, PhD. I will put that You're welcome, sir.
Sorry.
I'd like to say special welcome to the CEO of Radio Enugu, Chief Madeke Amalazi. You're welcome, sir. I'm calling you to welcome to the State Chairman of the Nigerian Medical Association, NLA, Dr. Sunday Okafo, is also here with us. I will make him welcome with a round of applause, please. And as the students to plan for themselves earlier on, I'd like to formally recognize students from Gold City University in Enugu, Gold City and UA, from Gold City University in Enugu, and Canada students. Let's say one more time as well. We are actually also being chief public affairs analyst, political commentator, Dr. Mabuso Keke, PhD, political science, department of University, Enugu is also here. You're welcome. Dr. Condia Chibeze, political decision and public health expert, is also here. You're welcome. Dr. Martin ICC is also among us here this morning. You are very much welcome. As we proceed, we'll continue to do more recognitions as we have a very long list of distinguished personalities among us. But at this moment, I would like to hand the microphone over to Igwe Omonechendo, the chairman of this occasion. Igwe and Pastor Morris Aguboso for the chairman of the events. Igwe.
Please permit me not to go over the protocol which has been established. Nevertheless, I have to recognize my chairman because, as they say, charity begins at the majesty. Chairman, you take answer. You will sign distinguished ladies and gentlemen, when I looked around, I found we have a mixed audience here. We have the political class, we have the traditional class, we have the media men, we have the security agencies, we have the students. Students, are you here? So, we are complete. We've been brought here for the official presentation of the book, Zoning of Governorship Position in Enugu State, Evolution, Practice, and Convention. I want to appeal to everybody to listen very carefully so that we can learn, because this will be something that will be very, very educative, very informative. It will help us to understand where we are in Enugu State in terms of why we are zoning the governorship. What are we talking about? We are saying that in Enugu State we have three geographical, three senatorial district zones. And since the evolution of democratic dispensation in 1999, the governorship had been moved from one senatorial zone to another. And it has given us peace in this state. Many other states are jealous of us because over there they start fighting. We don't fight. Everything is peaceful. And last time when there was going to be some problem, we said no. We went and added Ife Merumad to it. So, ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy your stay, listen carefully. We, the traditional class, are here in our numbers, will be watching all of them. Thank you.
Igor, thank you very much. Can I call on the one more time? Thank you very much. Shortly, we will be listening to the authors of this book, who will be coming here to share with us the inspiration behind their authoring this book. Just before I bring them up to the microphone, I'd like to say a special welcome to the former board member, Asian board member of Sarah, who for your welcome. Thank you for joining us here today. In our midst as well, we have entire Dominique Ojude. You're very much welcome. Thank you for joining us. General Manager of Solid 100.9 FM in Uche, Gabriel, UCDMC, is also here with us. Thank you very much for joining us. We also have in our midst this morning the Head of Department, Mass Communication, and Director of Quality Assurance, IMT, Dr. Chukwu Anyamuka. You're welcome. Thank you very much for joining us. And also in this we have Honorable PC Enechi on here and this as well. Thank you very much for joining us. Secondly, I will be shortly listening to the authors of the book, Zoning of Governorship Position in Enugu State, Evolution, Practice, and Convention. There are 4 authors of this book, and among them is the convener of Freedom Square, former commissioner in Enugu State, former local government chairman as well, a former national chairman, national president of the National Publishers Association, NPA, a lot of books, and a man of many parts, Chief Honorable Siri Uchenna and Yogi. Can we put our hands together for him while he meets the path to come? He will formally introduce his co-authors when they are on stage. So the rest of the co-authors will join him as they come on stage. Can we continue to clap back before we go to the stage? So all the authors, please join Children will take you to the stage. Okay. Clinton.
A very warm good morning to a very distinguished personalities that are here together. The protocol for today is quite long. The master of ceremony has very intelligently provided the protocol. And the chairman, being an obeyed man, a former ambassador, had also very graciously adopted that protocol. But that does not in any way exclude my saying to the royal fathers, none. You came in your numbers and we're not taking it for granted. Not when the chairman of Enugu State Traditional Rulers Council is here, the former is here, the second deputy is here, and the chairman of the UHT, Traditional Rulers Council, and his colleagues are here. Can we appreciate our traditional rulers? That will not even detract us from saying that our chief presenters are here. One is in London, New York, and is ably represented. One is indisposed and is ably represented. But what can you say about former governors? That speaks volume of what we are doing here today. Sullivan, the High Chatago Enugu State, is here, represented by his former chief of staff, Victor Tom, and Professor Mabo is representing Right Honorable Ambassador Ifan Ugwa is here, and the working senator Ostam is here represented by his media aides, and of course, Minister Extraordinaire Uchennaji is also represented, and we have the security agencies. But most importantly, we have the galaxy of the media men here. We have Urban CEO, we have the young, ebullient Afia TV, we have NTA, we have just eventually everybody. We have Dream, and we have my own boss, working on one leg. You see the MC, the king of the airwaves. From a hospital seat, he has to be here. Thank you, back. My colleagues in the academia, vice chancellors, deputy vice chancellors, professors, professional colleagues, even my governor when I was doing my doctorate is also here. You know what it means when you have a governor, you're doing a doctorate. My former teacher, there are many of you. Our analyst Judy came with the cold city, so we are overwhelmed. Brothers, sisters, colleagues, everywhere. And
One infant terrible called Enzo from Oka came with his children. He's also here. If you know Enzo, you know what I mean by infant terrible. Enzo now. I got that from Lagos, my PhD students. My father in the Lord, where I worship at St. Martin's, Dr. Iweke. Thank you very much. A very pious religious mind. There are too many of them. Don't mind my reviewer, and our reviewer is one of us. Address Kalin envelope, courtesy of Ogadagidi. So, we are glad to welcome you. To my right is a veteran journalist. Sometimes in the Southeast, we do not value what we have. If this man interviews you for 1 second and puts you on his blog, you will be everywhere in the world. You will be everywhere. You will be read in UK, you will be read in the US, you will be read everywhere, and it's Enugu, and it's one of the co-authors. Women Clinton, journalist 101. How is it again? And to my left is a man we had to kidnap from Lagos. Oh yeah, wait. But he has lived all his life in Lagos. If you watch CNN and you see when they say analysts, military analysts, intercontinental analysts, this is one product from Enugu State that by grace of God we have to bring back to Enugu State. It's lived in Lagos. If you watch any of the news channels, whether it's Arise, whichever one, you will find this man every time they are looking for him. He's the chairman of the Bureau of Public Affairs Analysts of Enugu State. And his work is Ambrose Iwoke, PhD.
My brother.
And next to him is a man I find difficult to introduce for many reasons. One, he's a qualified physician. He's a medical doctor. But sometimes when we are on air, you begin to wonder, did he miss his did he miss his calling? I call him the data professor. He knows every data in Nigeria, whether it is economics, whether it is mathematics. He can recount what happened in Nigeria 2 years ago. And the wife is here. During COVID-19, COVID 2020, 2020, I would thank God this man survived. You know why? He treated over 400 COVID patients in Enugu State. My sister, the wife, and the children suffered because, he wouldn't carry his body back to his house while he was treating them. So he was talking to his wife and children via Zoom while he was in Enugu. And you know what it means to treat more than 400 COVID patients and still be alive? Dr. Chikezia Person. We call ourselves important. Yes, I want to thank all of you, and we are not taking your presence here for granted. We have what we call the author's remarks, and we are just doing this collectively. That is because whatever we've done, we wrote the book collectively, we did the research collectively. As you watch some of the pictures, you will see those with my youth. We took pictures with them, former governors, former party leaders, those who are willing to speak to us. So permit us to present our address. It won't be long and it won't be boring at all. Motivation. After the rancorous, toxic, and extensive power struggles for the 2023 governorship elections in Enugu State, with its attendant misinformation and exaggerated narrative, we, the authors, felt compelled, in good conscience, to embark on extensive research and brought direct interviews to document all the sides to the zoning divide, the zoning discourse. There was a lot of discussions about zoning. We all know the story. We all know the facts, so we'll not bore you there. At the beginning of the fact-finding journey, we embarked on a research for empirical evidence on the intricate issue of zoning or governorship position in Enugu State. This was one issue we discussed, but nobody was prepared to provide a document. We said there's zoning everywhere. And in one of the questions, I made bold to say that in 1999, because I was a participant, there was nothing like zoning. Nobody discussed it. It was not on the table. The PDP then, the strongest party in Enugu, had two very strong, powerful gladiators. One was His Excellency Okwesile. The other was His Excellency G. Ifeanyichukwu Mobodo. They led the two divide the PDP. And boldly, G played along Enugu West. And that was Okeibe, blessed memory, my brother. Silas Ilo, blessed memory, my brother. And the president going to play Ndokado again, my brother. That was the divide. They never sat together to discuss it. One prevailed on strength, and that was Joe. But he prevailed in a rather story that nobody has ever wanted to tell, except COC Egumwe. He begged us. You know, he's the commissioner for chieftaincy. He's hoping he will meet us here, because I'm sure he wanted to tell this story himself. And while we waited, late Ferdinand Diago, for a decision, Jim attended the meeting of his brothers. And while we were hoping, advance for them. And while we were waiting for, as his disciples, to come and tell us, Jim came and said, gentlemen, I'm sorry. I decided to replace myself. I'm putting him, maybe nobody has quoted this before. He said, I've come, I want to replace myself. Okay, his brothers prevailed on him to ensure that the son of Nkam emerged. And that was how Chimaloke Nnamani became a candidate. This is the true story. And so there was no zoning. It wasn't an issue of zoning. But as we see in the book, even when G, Ono, and Okumodo had a conversation about it, they came to the conclusion that even though it's the old Anambra and old Enugu, that they had all gone and they represent each senatorial zone. So they said they were goods. They were equal. These are the kind of conversations we find in this book. So you see, there's something that nobody has said that these men told us. So with the deep sense of history, we dug deep into the archives and conducted extensive interviews to present an objective as it can, factual, and insightful account that students of political science who are here in their numbers, policymakers, and the general public will find enormously useful. Our body motivation was not just to put together another political memoir, but an uncommon desire to manifestly capture the spirit of unity, fairness, and mutual understanding that has defined Enugu state politics for over 20 years and counting. The book is already declared by pundits as the Magna Carta literature of Enugu state politics in the Fourth Republic. Without doubt, you are to call me Igor Akakoni and Igor Akakoni. Magna Carta. Without doubt, the return of democracy in 1999 has witnessed a zoning arrangement of the governorship position in Enugu state and its transition from a mere gentleman's agreement into an unwritten convention. It has since then remained a powerful instrument of equity, ensuring that power rotates harmoniously, even though sometimes there's a bit of a fight among the three senatorial districts of Enugu East, Enugu West, and Enugu North. This convention has not only fostered peace and stability, but has also given every segment of our beloved states a sense of belonging in the corridors of power. Empirically, my co-authors and I meticulously chronicle the evolution of zoning of the governorship position in the Enugu State. We critically analyze the practical applications, the numerous challenges surmounted, and many conventions established, and the invaluable roles played by our founding fathers, political actors and actresses, if you will, traditional rulers, and the good men and women of Enugu State. Politics is state of dynamic, and as our democracy matures, it is important, it is necessary that we document our distinct political culture so that future generations may understand the foundation upon which our people were set to build. Very distinguished guests, legal fathers, ladies and gentlemen, the production of this book would not have been possible without the sacrifice and collective efforts of many. On behalf of my co-authors, I hereby express our profound appreciation to our families for their endless patience and unwavering support. If you recall that for almost 3 years, we were conducting this research and living our homes, staying in hotels to write our stories, traveling where we can know the truth of our families. We also extend our unmistakable gratitude and appreciation to our reviewers, research team, those we interviewed, the ex-governors we convenenced, all the people we had to talk to. We also say thank you to staff of Asana Publishers Limited, and many, for some reasons we can't mention their names here, for all the support and encouragement without which this book would not have been written. It is our sincere hope that when you get a copy of this book, you will definitely learn the many valuable lessons that we learned while researching and writing it. We learned a lot, and we do hope that when you pick a copy, you also learn what we learned. Also, if you have consent with our conclusions and recommendations, then we ask you to enrich the discourse by writing something different, thus expanding the discourse. And when you do that, we would have achieved one thing, we would have brought the issue to the front burner, and then the conversation will do what? The conversation will continue. We unequivocally accept responsibility for any shortcomings contained in this book. When I say this shortcomings, somebody is looking at me. Dr. Chidedon, who had the privilege of doing a review, as a quarterly does, for something he did not say. Based on the first thing, let me very warmly, on behalf of my scholarly reporters and seasoned political affairs analysts, welcome you all to this epochal book presentation, Zoning of Governorship in the Enugu State, Evolution, Practice and Convention, 1999 to 2023. Indeed, we are welcoming you with every sense of historical responsibility, duty, and profound gratitude for your presence. None. Dialogue. Uneje. Deje. We thank you for your attention. May God continue to bless our lovely state, Enugu State, and may God continue to bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you all, and God bless.
I think we should appreciate them one more time. Can we appreciate them one more time? Thank you very much, Chief Honorable Chair and Co, for sitting down to put this together. As a matter of fact, it's an important book because I know that in the course of my own practice as a broadcaster, I've come to interview politicians who, over the years, have questioned the issue of zoning in Enugu. And most times when you ask, isn't there a zoning arrangement in Enugu? The answer you get from some persons is, who did the arrangement? Where was it signed? Who and who partook in that zoning arrangement? That this book will provide a lot of backgrounds, zoning questions, and probably answer a lot of those questions. So for taking this very courageous step forward, can we appreciate your efforts one more time? Just one more time. Thank you very much. It is an academic event of some sort, so we will be prepared to listen to the book review in just a short while. But like I said earlier, we have a very long list of important persons here whose presence we cannot recognize. It would be a grave sin if we do not recognize their presence. I'd like to say a special welcome to Honorable Augustine A. Chubu. He's here among us. Can we put our hands together for Honorable Augustine Chubu? Thank you for joining us. Chief Honorable Chris Omeje, the former chairman of the Western Local Government Area, is also here among us. Thank you very much for joining us here. Prince Barrister Okezie Joko, a former commissioner for youth and sports in Enugu State, is also here among us this afternoon. We're also joined here by Honorable Sam Gene, the anointed David, a former mayor of Enugu South Local Government Area, and a former member representing Enugu South Urban Constituency in the House of Assembly. Can we say welcome to him in the round of applause? He is also the chairman of the former local government chairman in Enugu State. Thank you for joining us. In our midst as well, we have Chief Barrister Emeka Asoba, a former chief of staff of Government House in Enugu. You are welcome. Thank you for joining us today. We also have a former managing director of Computer Warehouse Group Lagos, Mr. James Agada. Thank you very much for joining us. This morning as well, we have a rector of the Institute of Management and Technology, IIT, Professor Gozie Okudu. He is here represented by the Dean Student Affairs of the same institution, IIT, Dr. Jude, who will be a good answer for joining us today. We also have a royal father among us here today. His Royal Highness, Professor Sarah on Igwe Ese one of Enugu, Chairman, General Institute of Taxation of the Enugu State. We have in our midst as well the former Chief of Staff, Government Housing, Dr. F.S.A. Uso. He is here represented by Comrade Ejegalo AC. Can we put our hands together for him? Thank you very much for joining us. We will continue to do the recognitions as we proceed. Like I said, it's a very long list and almost inexhaustible. I'll try as much as possible to recognize as many persons as possible. This event is being streamlined on Freedom Square TV. Freedom Square TV is available online on Facebook as well as on YouTube. So you might want to go there and take a peek into what's happening here. It's being streamlined online. For those who are not able to come here physically, you might send the link to them and they'll be able to join us virtually as well. The chairman of Jack Enugu State is also here, Comrade Toby. We will now go straight to the review of the book. Of course, every book that is written has a reviewer who will do justice to the content of the book. And it is my pleasure to invite to the podium the man who will do justice to the book in terms of the review. He is the founder and president of the Michael Obara Leadership and Entrepreneurial Center, University of Nigeria, Nsukka. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, please make welcome Honorable Chinedu Olu, PhD, for the book review.
The chairman of this great occasion, Your Excellency Ambassador Lawrence Agbonji, former chairman of Enugu State Traditional Ambassadors, a man who recently spoke truth to power. a true son of people. God bless you. The chairman of Enugu State Traditional Rulers Council, and immediate past chairman of Southeast Traditional Rulers Council. Representatives of His Excellencies Sullivan, Yachi, Ifeanyi Buhari. Nigeria operates a presidential system of government. In it is a federation. And in that federation, we have sub-nationals called the states, like we have Enugu State and other states. The president of the federal government of Nigeria, likely, arguably, when he said one of the most powerful presidents in the world, because of the inherent powers in the office of the president of the federal government. In same vein, in the various states in the country, number one citizen of each state, the governors of these states are very powerful. They determine